Check, check, check. There we go. There's something. Something's happening. Hey guys. All right. Sorry about that. Little glitch there. If you can hear me, let me know. Sorry. If you can't. But yeah, let's congratulate Robert Vitrafly Romero, our very own team optimized drone pilot, for winning first place in the freestyle competition at FPV Fest. Yeah, I changed a few things too, Geppetto. I think my camera had frozen the sound. So, as I said, it's gonna be a short stream tonight. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, and got kids waking up bright and early, as well as FPV Fest is going on. So everybody's gonna be watching those streams. Everybody's gonna be doing their thing. And we got our team pilot, Robert, is flying there, and he just won first place in the freestyle competition. So congrats to Robert. No idea where Matt is, but I'm sure he'll pop in at some point. I'm probably going to bail out of here at around 10 to get some sleep because I haven't slept much this week. So, yeah, guys, what do we want to talk about? Mike, how you doing? What's up? Mike Rennick. Know him from the E-Drone stream, I believe. Or Drone Worship, one or the other. But yeah, just trying to fill in the void tonight. Don't really have too much to talk about. As I said, I'm doing some work with the GoPro Fusion 360 on the X8 Mistress Helen, so stay tuned for those videos. I got a bunch of Renegade Nano Hexa videos coming out because I've got about 20 unedited flights in my iPad. So, I don't know, Geppetto. We'll talk after this. But yeah, so yeah, not too much going on. Frank, I'm actually gonna shoot you a message right now, real quick. But yeah, not too much going on, guys. I got good old crazy Jimmy has got a Cinewoop I'm working on for him. I just got to solder in the RX, and yeah, get him all situated. Yeah, sorry about tonight, guys. So let's see. We only got a few viewers, so this will definitely be a short one. Yeah, he definitely will like this, dude. He's been stoked, and he dropped it over at my place the other day, just a big box of parts. He was like, "Can you make me a drone?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you." So this is the Ethics Cinerat, everybody. And I don't have the top plate mounted on right now because I'm still doing a lot of work inside, but I'll pull that out to show you guys. I did a lot of custom prints on there. I did a crossfire holder. I did a VTX holder. We're using a Rush antenna, and we're using a Foxy or Toothless, I believe that this is. But yeah, it's going to be a killer little rig. And these Ethics 2800 kV motors. So it can run 6S, but we'll probably be tuning it for 4S. So it'll be his first little Cinewoop, I guess. So yeah, we're getting ready for a couple other events that are coming up. I know The SOAR VA event is coming up pretty soon. I think at the end of April, and there's going to be West Coast Throwdown. There's going to be IO. There's going to be a lot of different events coming up, especially in the Whoop world in the next season. If you guys haven't seen it, IGAO championships are going on right now, and that's been going for like 6 months. So definitely check that out. That was a wicked challenge, and I made it to like round 11 or something stupid like that. Whereas these guys are on like week 60 or something ridiculous. So yeah, what are you guys all building? What are we doing? What are we making? I got the Skya there. I got a couple things going out that I sold the other day. I am going to be revisiting my old prototype, which I really liked, but it needs some work right now. And I've got another frame, so I'm gonna make a fresh one. But this is the Thunderbird. It's my 3-inch pusher plus. It's got a little carbon skirt on it, and it's super fun to fly. I'm gonna make one that mounts an Insta, so that I can cruise it around everywhere. But yeah, it's a nice little trainer rig that a lot of people. Oh, nice, dude! Want a Nanohawk? That's wicked. Nanohawks are awesome. But yeah, the Thunderbird's gonna be coming back soon, guys. So keep an eye out for some videos on this. I'm gonna do a full rebuild and tutorial, I think. Congrats, Mike Rennick, man. Nanohawks are awesome. You'll enjoy it thoroughly. But yeah. So let's see. Oh yeah, so guys, I've got a Patreon account set up, but I haven't posted anything exclusive on it yet. I will be doing a few full-on tutorials that will be available on it, and I also will be doing a build series with that thing, the giant Chronos. That will be first aired on the Patreon, but it will be aired later for free on YouTube, so that the Flynoceros community can watch it as well. We got, just built an 8-inch X Nova. Nice. I'm running the 2816s on my, not the X Novas, the Brother Hobbies, on my 10-inch, but 8-inch X Novas. Yeah, they're going to be fun, man. I feel like the 06.5s are going to be a little small for 8-inch. But to be honest, the width of them should do it. So yeah. Oh, there's Matt, finally. What's up? Word. What's up, man?
What's up?
We haven't really been doing much. I've just been rambling. So tonight's gonna be a nice lazy night. Nice easy night. I'm gonna be off by about 10.
Cool.
So yeah. Dude, you heard Robert won the freestyle comp, right?
I watched it. I didn't actually hear that he won, but that's awesome.
Yeah, man. He won the freestyle comp there.
Congrats!
Specimen won the Gank pack giveaway with a Skya, a Nemesis, OG Nemesis, and I think it's got a Nemesis Micro as well.
Who was that won that?
Specimen.
Specimen, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I met him at IO last year. He travels around. He's got a pretty nice sprinter van that he travels around in.
Yeah, he's a good pilot, man. So he got 3 frames?
Yeah, Jeff packed 3 of the 6 that I gave away. He packed into one big prize pack at the end.
Damn. All right. But yeah, man, like, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'll send you the photo. I took a screenshot, but Mistress Helen with the GoPro Fusion 360 on it looks
Yeah, I
super
saw the
intimidating with
shadow.
its
That was
shadow.
pretty freaking cool.
What?
I said, yeah, I saw that picture of the shadow you sent.
Yeah, it's super menacing with its shadow, man. Like, it looks terrifying. I got that perfect angle, and I was like, yeah. But yeah, so pretty much, like, since FPV Fest is going on, everybody's going to be watching those streams anyways, so I'm not really too worried about tonight. And I brought up, I'm bringing back the T-Bird, so I'm doing a fresh build with the new frame for it. So
The Dirty Bird.
the T-Bird, the original Renegade rig. Oh, and another one. I finally cracked the Renegade Nano Hexa, the one that Jax 3D did for me.
Yeah.
And so he's cutting me a new frame, I think this weekend. But yeah, man, I've been bashing the fuck out of that, and I sunk it in the river today. I got it back. Camera was waterproof. Everything beeped a lot, but otherwise it seems okay. I have footage, and I will post it later, of my Insta being underwater on that rig and me reaching down to get it.
Oh man.
So, but I did. It was slightly brackish water, so I unplugged everything underwater. So hopefully that avoided any damage. But either way, it was a Flywoo Hexa stack. I'm not too worried about it. Now, Matt, you said that the new Skya you're getting ready to cut, right?
I'm waiting on quotes right now, yeah, so hopefully soon.
But you've got it designed as pretty much a 4-inch version, correct? With wider stance and a longer stance?
Close to 4. 4 might be tight. It'll be 3.5 easy.
Because I'm about this close. I'm about this close to zip tying another random carbon plate that I have laying around onto the back end of that Skya there, because I'm still getting that frontal wobble when I use it. But on the plus side, my GoPro Hero 7 is dead, so I'll no longer have to deal with that weight.
That sucks, dude.
But I got that Insta, and I've done the Insta mount. But yeah, GoPros. I've been talking to GoPro since it's out of warranty. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Like, it's well out of warranty. Don't have the Best Buy shit. Don't have any of that. So
Can I make you jelly right now?
yes, you got an 8, didn't you?
They just came in the mail today.
Are those the ones from Vitrify?
Yep.
Damn it! I
got a good deal on them. Huh?
I need a session someday. That's like my unicorn.
Well, one of them is broken and is going to be parts to. I don't know if you can see how my dog chewed up that session.
Oh, nice.
So
does it still record?
It doesn't even turn on.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, mine doesn't either.
So I think she may have pierced the battery, but I'm not sure.
Ugh.
But I was going to see if I could use the parts from his to maybe get that one going, or make a naked session out of it.
Yeah, you know what? That was one of the things someone suggested, because they said it could just be like one of the chips was pressed in when it crashed or something like that. And so if I pull it apart, there's a possibility I could get it working as a naked.
Well, I mean, if something on the voltage control board is bad, or something on the, uh, I mean, definitely because or the
Well,
battery.
what I'm thinking is order one of those little Beck boards for making the SMO and naked GoPro cams and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it comes with a voltage regulator board.
Yeah, and so if you buy one of the little kits with the little case, then it usually comes with a 5-volt Beck system and voltage regulator board. Like, so if that's the problem with it, I can probably get it fixed again. But we'll see. Let's see.
Yeah, it's kind of why I've been nervous about flying with that naked SMO 4K on anything
Yeah.
until I design like a TPU mount for it or something. Because it's in a hard shell like molded plastic case, but it doesn't seem very strong to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like a lot of them I've seen just don't seem to. They seem flimsy. But oh yeah.
Oh, very
What's up,
nice.
Danish? How you doing, buddy?
Geppetto says after 5 years he's finally got another RC pilot on the island to fly with. That's pretty badass. So he's gonna have some plane chase footage.
Carlton Bennett says, "Where are all the white women at? Allie, where you at?"
Turned into the wrong show, buddy. We got it's man boobs and beards for you. That's all we got.
I think he's on the wrong channel. Yeah, she's far from white, bro. Yeah, there's no classification for what Allie is. There she is. What? See, told you. Hi. All right.
And she's screaming, "Asshole!" as she's walking away.
Exactly. No, she's saying, "This better not be my goddamn Pringles." So yeah.
Dude, so if if you like Pringles, there's these chips that are made down here. The Good Crisp Company. These
so they're
are
Pringles. They're fake Pringles. Fake Pringles.
they are very similar to Pringles. They have no GMOs, gluten free. A little bit high on the sodium for my taste for the cheesy ones, but they were
Wow.
thicker and tasted better than Pringles to me.
Non-GMO and gluten-free. Sounds like they're chock full of flavor.
Yeah, actually, they were. I mean, potatoes are gluten free anyway. I think, but
It kind of, dude. I won't lie. That kind of sounded like my first ex-wife, who was a vegan, who constantly tried to tell me how good the vegan food is, and I'm like, I'm sorry. No matter how you dress it up, tofu is not steak, and should never
I'm sorry
be
to all
compared
you
to.
vegetarian people out there, but Dan's right. You cannot flavor tofu. It's fucking soybean jelly. It's always going to
Yeah,
taste like
it's
soybean
gross.
jelly. And curry is the only thing that makes me think that any of that food is edible. How's that? No, I do like some vegetarian type
I
stuff. I'm not
won't lie.
very
The
vegan,
bean
but
the bean curd based stuff has come a long way in terms of flavor. You know, like they still make, like, obviously it still tastes like a fake burger, but the veggie burgers made with bean curd taste closer to real thing than most other veggie options out there.
actually the seasoned black bean veggie burgers are pretty freaking good if you don't overcook
Yeah.
them.
Any of the bean based ones, I find bean tends to spread that flavor a little bit.
Yeah, Zach had a girlfriend that was vegetarian. Well, I guess partially vegetarian. She's one of
Keyword.
those vegetarians that still ate seafood and still ate fish and
Key word here. Had.
had.
Note to all vegans and vegetarians out there. There will be a lot of past tense in your future.
I'll tell you what. There's a vegetarian lady in one of the singles groups out here, and she's pretty cool. And she cooks meat meals for her kids.
So there's
So
a
I
very,
mean,
very big distinction between vegetarian person and vegan person.
oh yeah, vegans
I
are.
I like don't get me wrong, I don't do the vegetarian thing either because I my ex made me go full on vegan. Like no egg, no milk, no nothing byproduct sort of crap. And my God, it was awful.
That's too much for me.
Dude, I swear
I
to God,
don't like.
the reason people think that vegans are weird is because they are. I
Well,
think they're
I
missing
mean,
something chemically.
I would be a
Like
rabbit because I like my. I mean, seriously though, I'd like more vegetables raw than I do cooked.
Danish Stallion, you are absolutely right. There are some really awesome quinoa patties. I haven't tried those specific ones, but I have done air fried
Oh, quinoa,
quinoa.
yes, the alien egg grain, my
Yeah,
favorite.
that shit's awesome.
Looks like freaking alien eggs when you cook it. You crack it.
I don't really like the tang that it has when it's been boiled weirdly or whatever. Like
Yeah,
it's got
to me, it's one of those
that
things that
weird
the texture
tang.
gets. Yeah, the texture gets weird if you don't cook it right. Kind of like
Yeah.
rice to me.
Same with couscous. It has to be cooked properly, otherwise it just tastes like mush.
Yep, I can think of quite a few meals like that.
Yeah.
Polenta.
I love you too, sweetheart. Allie just posted, coming from the man who puts pesto
Yeah.
on everything, pretty much.
Yeah, I saw that.
She fucking hates it, but she blatantly lied to me because our first few dates, she was like, "Ooh, this is delicious."
No.
Yes.
No. Okay, there's way more of the fucking story right now. Okay, this because this man
Is he putting pesto sauce in his eggs and stuff?
He puts pesto in fucking everything. He does it like 4 times a day. Okay, no.
Are you guys going to Costco and getting the family size bucket of pesto? I mean,
No, but it's usually buy one get one free.
Yeah, he gets like these little jars that goes through them.
buy 2, honey. We'll freeze one.
Can't even get my kids to eat them. He'll get so mad. He's like, "Why don't they like pesto?"
My
I'm like, "I don't know."
my daughter fucking loves it though. So they'll all be eating their like butter noodles with Parmesan or whatever, and she'll be sitting there just mowing down some pesto. She'll love it.
I swear. Me and my kids do buttered noodles. So we do.
Hey, Double A's in the house. What's up, Double A?
What's up, Double A? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Ron.
Danish Stallion's loving this. Right?
Welcome to the Optimized Drone Comedy Show.
Yeah, welcome to the Optimized Drone Cooking Show, everybody.
Dan's on the comedy couch.
Right? Dude, you like our new couch?
We can't call it
really
a casting
soft and
couch because we
fuzzy.
are kind of friendly. Kid friendly.
You like our new couch?
That's pretty cool. Are you getting back into the filming business?
No, it's one of those.
Come sit down. Let's talk about a job.
Right? Exactly. It's one of those fold-up dealies, and those bad lawn chairs were really hurting my back. So I just whined enough, and she finally let me move this couch in here.
Garage sale. Porno props.
See? She said the only reason is because Dan kept complaining. Now I have a new couch, so complaining works. No,
That's got to be
Double A,
uncomfortable
I
to work
didn't
on
see the
the
mayhem
computer
race
from, though.
I've been kind of out of the loop for a few days, guys. Just FYI.
You've been what?
Just a little bit out of the loop.
Yeah, me too. I freaking worked this week and trying to take care of a bunch of stuff off work and.
Yeah.
Trying to get all this order stuff. I did. make some changes to the Mutiny V2 that I didn't show in the last rendering. The last rendering still showed the standoff holes on the arm holes, and I edited that out. So the standoffs are no longer on the arms on the Mutiny V2 or the Mutiny HD V2. So the original Mutiny is going to get about a little less, about 10 millimeters longer on the front and 10 millimeters longer on the back. Should make it a little easier for placing a Caddx Vista in there. Well, the Caddx Vista always fit, but should make it easier for putting the Caddx Vista in and keep the fucking arms from coming loose. So.
Danish's birthday is in 2 days. Allie's was 2 days ago, everybody. Just letting you know. So you can send presents to...
Yeah,
Danish says every year sucks after 40, right? I'm turning 40 in, let's see, 2.5 years, buddy. So I get to hit that point then.
Dude, I'll be 50 this year.
Allie's freaking out about hitting 30. And she's not even 30 yet. She just turned 29.
I don't know why everybody freaks out about it. It's not really a big freaking thing.
Right?
I mean, it would be a bigger thing if I didn't have this luscious head of hair at 50. But
I think it's because all the males freak out about it because 40 is also the cutoff for when you actually have to start getting a colonoscopy as well.
Yeah, I've got my uncle died of colon cancer, so that runs in my family. So yeah, that's a real thing. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know much about my history or medical history because of adoption way back in the day, but so I don't know what I'm prone to. I thought I wasn't prone to baldness until my hair started falling out. You never know, man. You never know.
Hey, bro, this is 50. A little thin, but she's all still there.
I put my head down, and you can see that fucking part.
Eat it, brothers! Ah! My two brothers freaking used to pick on me because my hair, because they got the darker, thicker Italian hair from my family, and I got the Swedish, the hair from the Swedish side, obviously. Also,
I got that
tall blonde giant man. No Swedish there. But yeah, my brothers used to pick on me because I'd go in the water and my hair would like disappear.
Yeah, I've got that thick but really soft Native American hair that just doesn't fucking do anything. Like I can't cornrow.
Doesn't do anything but lay
anything.
Doesn't do anything but lay straight and braid.
Right, dude. I've tried braiding it. I've tried other like cornrows and shit. I've tried all of that. Never stays in more than like 10 minutes. Like the shit just.
You have to use those old Indian hair products.
Right.
Raccoon dung.
Yeah.
Salmon semen.
It's a little moose poop, but like, dude.
Little salmon semen.
Fine. It never gets tangled. It's never fucking.
See, problem. mine was so. My hair is so thin. I mean, like fine, not thin, but fine and light. Like when my head starts sweating in Texas and my hair is long, you can literally watch behind me and my hair will start floating because the air my sweat evaporating from my head is lifting my hair. My hair is that light.
Subsonic frequency, Aaron said, that's just because you cut it a little too close with the prop. Funny story, Aaron. I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I was out screwing around with the Nemesis, which, by the way, Matt, I finally, like that JHEMCU AIO that I was using.
Uh-huh.
Now you know how the video rail was completely toast, so I had no OSD or anything.
Right.
Well, now the 5-volt rail is completely shorted, and so I don't have receiver or video signal. So I'm just like, well, shit. So now I might just try and jerry rig it with like a 5-volt Beck from Maytech or something. You
Dude,
know, like and just
I was
say
talking.
fuck it and just make it the parts ring because it pretty much is, dude. Like it's got one motor that's just not the same as any of the others, but it's yeah, man. I think that rig's toast. Like it's got the ESCs work fine on that board too. All 4 of them spin perfectly, but the 5-volt rail and the video rail is dead. The video input output rail.
My nemesis is or sorry, my renegade whoop is OOC at the moment.
I messaged you in the chat. I got tons of those little goober canopies, man. I'll send you one. What color do you want?
Yeah, send me one because I went full send down the hallway, and there was a door at the end of the hallway, but
Yeah.
there was guys standing in front of it, so I tried to zip past one of the guys and out the doorway, and I clipped the door.
Yours is the teal and magenta one, right?
It is that teal color hood.
Teal color hood. Okay, I've got. I think I've got
the color's not a big thing. It's got gold motors on it and black frame. So
yeah. So I'll just, dude. I'll send 1 or 2 of the goober canopies, and I also have another canopy that I'll send you. That it's the small little panel cam in there, right? Because I've got a few. Yeah. Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the ones. I think it's one of the ones with a bigger lens, but it's a smaller cam.
Yeah, that's my that little fucking what is it? That AKK one that I was using all the time.
Okay. Yeah, the video in it's fucking awesome.
Right.
I was flying it up and down the hallway and behind our machines and in through the factory. Sorry guys, no video. We're not allowed to shoot any video in my training center. But
yeah, dude, the clarity on that little camera is spectacular.
Yeah. Well, dude, I think, knockwood, I've had really good luck with my goggles and the setup on my goggles because my video tends to look better than other people's own video of their shit. Like watching at the races, I go and watch the flight monitor, and what I see in my goggles is better than what they have in their high-end monitor system up in Dallas or up in.
And that's the thing. Like my Attitude V5s, they might not have the most range, but when they have really good video, they have really good video.
Well, I tell you what, I think for to be honest, I think it was because when I upgraded to 3 because I've got the Furious FPV True D module still. I have a freaking True D X brand new in a box. I have not even opened because I bought the fucking True D still works, and I'm on an old set of HD2 V2s with the 50-degree field of view.
Yeah.
And man, that freaking video is amazing.
I think the Attitude V5 module is I can't remember if it's a True D or a True RC module, but it's the built-in module with the Fat Shark Attitude V5s. It's
I know their old Fat Shark modules sucked ass. Because that was the reason I said I know their old Fat Shark modules sucked ass because that was the reason I bought the True D. Their mono. Well, I mean, it was a single channel, it was non-diversity.
Yeah, and this one is diversity, but instead of the 2 antennas right on the one module, mine has the 1 antenna here and then the one over here.
Oh, my buddy's got that LaForge on his, and yeah, he kind of I don't know. He was always partial to LaForge. I just run. To me, I like the separation of the. I like the separation of the antennas. I don't like having to crack open your case to install that.
Well, here's the thing. My backpack that I use, the antennas fit out the little zipper hole perfectly, so I don't need to worry about that.
Oh, I take mine. I still use my Fat Shark case with one of my little Fat Shark gear pockets.
Yeah, but you know me. I use the big long fucking antenna on the one side of my goggles and then the plate on the other.
To be honest, dude, I use people kind of like, I don't know, people kind of laugh at me, but I use a freaking True RC. What do you call it? Axie nubby. I use a
Oh
little
yeah.
Axie nub. I don't even pull it away from my freaking head. And then I use the Martin Baert reverse right hand, left hand patch.
Yeah.
And I make sure you have to make sure you use the flipping null plug on the side that you're not using, but it works fucking awesome. If you don't use the null plug, you do get some static when it switches to the directional.
Yeah.
You really have to null off the left hand end. I mean, they're built together, but you really got to null them off. But it's
Yeah. I use.
I mean, to me, those patches are freaking. They work great. And the Lumineer, I run Axes on all my race rigs anyway, so having the same antenna on both sides is always suggested.
I use Menace. I use the Menace Invader patch, I think, on my goggles. Or the Bandicoot. I can't remember which one I'm using right now.
I did have a Menace patch. Matter of fact, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know. I switched over to the Barrett one just because it was a little bit bigger. But it has it. The only thing I've had to replace is the cable that extends because it's bent so back and forth so much that it tore some of the shielding on the outside.
Yeah.
Double A asked about the Mayhem race. Yes, I watched the Mayhem race on and off. I was doing a lot of cleaning around the house yesterday, so it was kind of on in the background. And man, that was flipping awesome. Like the sound of the freaking Pro Boys going at it is a completely different sound at a racetrack.
Oh yeah.
By the time that thing says go, it's literally it's
Yeah. Well, they're
guys
all at like a
balls out.
60-degree camera up tilt, so the amount of throttle that they need to just keep it aloft is ridiculous.
They're like I said, these guys are stupid fast. They're doing 3 laps in the time I would do 1.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was awesome. I meant to watch some of the spec race today because they had the what do you call it, the Fly 55 spec 3S spec race, and I want to build a racer for that.
So
because they do a lot of that spec racing around here.
Yeah, Night Train. Glad to see you pop in, man. Night Train, what's up? I got some sets of props coming to you from what you won. So I gotta send those out. I think I'm going to the shipping place tomorrow to do that with yours, and Curtis Mooney bought the Nemesis 6-inch, so I gotta ship that off to him too. Now, if Curtis is watching, I do not have any fresh 6-inch props for you, Curtis. So I'm going to send you with what I do have for those and some Emax Scimitar 4-blade props.
Yeah, Night Train, when I was up at I.O. last year, there were quite a few people that were in the pits trying to use pliers to separate their XT60 connectors.
Yeah.
You really need a what do they call it? Anti-spark XT60 when you get up to 6S. And basically all it does is the ground pin's a little bit longer than the hot pin, so your ground pin's always connected before the hot pin connects.
Or just do the pop and jump. I love that one. That one's always fun.
I'd say probably about 50% of the quads that I hear plugged in at a race, you can hear the arc.
Oh, dude! On even on the Nemesis, whenever I'd plug in with that thing, I usually would go for the ground side first when I'm plugging in too. I try and angle it in like that every time, and it still will do the loud pop. And you're like, great, awesome, cool. So yeah, guys, be careful with that. There are a couple of ways you can do that without getting the specific plugs. When you're I don't like recommending this because if newbies try it, they'll fail and it'll fuck it all up. apparently, okay, I've got to decline this. Nabil, I'm on my show. I am not answering your phone call right now. He'll watch eventually and see that.
He knows we do a stream every Sunday, right?
Yes, and he has known this for 2 years.
I was gonna say he's popped in on the stream, so I know he knows we do a stream.
I know. He's my best friend. Of course he knows there's a stream every fucking like.
So good news. The Skya will be doing its second commercial.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
This week. So unfortunately I won't have the Cinesskya for him to play with, but he'll still use the regular Skya here.
Hey, I'm calling Nabil back. I'm gonna make him be on the stream.
But yeah, so there's a local pilot, Gil Coronado. He used to race DRL. He's a friend of mine.
I'm literally live streaming right now.
He does commercial shoots. He did a Dell commercial recently. We're still waiting for them to release the commercial so I can kind of show it to people. But he did, I think it was early February. He did a Dell commercial with the Skya, toting a Hero 9. So this time the guy, I guess the people that are paying him to do the shoot wants him to use some 8K Chinese camera. So we're going to have the SMO 4K backup as a backup and also the Hero 9 as a backup because Chinese cameras sometimes no worky good. What I found with a lot of the Chinese cameras is they shoot very nice video. They don't shoot very nice FPV video or S-Bang video or anything that has rapid movements. Nabil, get off the phone. No, Dan didn't answer. He actually called him back. What's up, Nabil? But yeah, I got to do a little flying around the building. So cool FPV story from around the world. The class I was teaching last week, they were Irish. My friend Marty, the class he was teaching last week, was from Israel. I was sitting in the classroom in between my classes, and I've got a picture of the Skya in my light box as my screensaver on my laptop, and when I'm teaching class, I have a laptop hooked up to a monster projector that projects like 160 inches or something silly. And the guy just walks by. He's like walking by the room and he just kind of stops. And I got big windows along the whole side of the lab that I teach out of. And he just kind of stops and he's looking up. I look at him, I'm eating my lunch and I look up and he's looking at the screen. He looks at it for a second. He kind of backs up and he goes, "This is FPV?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh," he goes, "This is awesome." He goes, "I fly FPV." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." So the guy he bought himself a set of Eachine EV300 goggles, and he bought, I guess he's Israel, the main place that they can shop is Banggood. So there's not a lot of choices over there, I guess. AliExpress and Banggood as far as buying parts. But he bought himself a, what was it? IA6B Fly Sky radio. I told him he might want to change that out if he gets a chance and go to something that's got. I told him a jumper would be perfect because it would give him more options. But he bought that, and he bought I want to say it was a Gep RC ready to fly quad off of Amazon, and so I helped him get it set up and got it flying. He bought some 4S batteries for it because that's what they recommended, but it had like 3,600 RPM motors on it, and he was a little nervous with it on 4S. So I gave him a bunch of. I had like 8 or 9 CNHL, the Mini Star 450s that I bought for a quad that I never flew. They've just been sitting in storage since I bought them. But I bought it for what was it? It was a iFlight. It was an iFlight tiny little 3-inch cinematic quad that had a Caddx. What the hell do you call those ones with the twin cameras? It had one of those, one of the Caddx with the twin cameras on it. It's still sitting brand new in a flipping box over here. I bound it up, armed it, made sure it worked, and I never put a fucking battery in it. So I've got like a $250 ready to fly quad over here sitting in a box. Never been flown. And I bought it at IO in 2019. Yeah, I got it directly from the iFlight guys in 2019. Yeah, I saw that the head tracking thing from Medlin FPV. To me, that's kind of okay. I would want to turn it off. Like the way he was flying, I mean, it was really cool. Some of the stuff that he was able to do, it just looked like he was going so slow anytime he had anything tilted downwards. And it was really hard to, like, I was expecting it, because when he's changing, he's tilting his head while he's flying, it really changes the perception of what you're expecting to see in the video as far as how he moves. So a couple of the times when he was, when he was tilted forward, it looked like he was it felt to me like he was tilted backwards, and he should have been going a lot faster than he was. And it was really weird to me. Like, I see a need for an automatic gimbal that may maintain a certain degree on your GoPro or your regular camera. I don't see active head tracking as having I don't understand the specific use for it, I guess. It might be okay for FPV exploring, but unless you've got auto level on it, you still got to maintain that level, and your frame of reference is changing because you're tilting your head forwards and backwards, and your camera angle is changing. So you have to be able to remember or think about what angle you're tilting your head at to know how far forward you need to tilt to fly, or how far back you need to, or how you need to hover to stay level. It's not an easy thing. Dude, I would love a head tracker in a plane, more for the side to side than anything else. I would probably want to keep the vertical more or less stable, but the side to side, that would be badass. Target acquisition, if you were, maybe I'd still want a fixed screen with the crosshairs over something that tilts, just because that's the way I'm used to flying quads. I mean, to me, if the thing would start tilting or moving when I moved my head, my brain would switch to airplane mode, I think. Because I used to fly simulator airplanes, but never RC stuff. We lost Dan's video. Either that or he just took a big puff and has got his own room smoked out. It's the gas chamber. And I've got tomorrow off, folks, for the first time in a long time. I have a week that doesn't have a class. There he is. Still can't hear you. I haven't been able to hear you since you took the call with Nabil. Or Nabil. Yeah, I do think flying with a head tracker would be almost as difficult as flying 3D Night Train.
Check. There we go.
There you go. Gotcha.
my camera that I use for streaming has a really badly cracked back screen. It's one of those old Chinese action cameras from Amazon. So that was one of my test dummies for
Is it
my
a Yi?
Yeah, and now it's losing audio sometimes. So I might
I
have
tell
to
you
call
what,
it.
of the Chinese cams, those Yi cams are the Yi YI. Those are the best freaking ones, man.
No, I've had good luck with the company. I think it's Wimius or something. Wimius.
I try to stay away from the ones that use all the same parts as the other one. Like if all the cameras look the same, I try to stay away from those because then
Well,
you've
and
got
that's the
4
thing.
different
This one,
manufacturers using the same spare
Wimius
parts.
had different sizes and different cameras than most of the others, and that's why I drifted to them. It's a much different style. It's like the GoPro, but it's more of a square, and it works. It's a 4K camera, and it works great as a webcam.
Yeah, like I said, Terry was really he bought quite a few really nice. Actually, Terry was a camera buying fool. This guy, I mean, he spent thousands of dollars on cameras. He had the DJI Osmo when it first came out. He had the he had a couple of Chinese 360 cams. They were Yi cams, but he did have some Yi cams when he first started out, and those were the best of any of the Chinese brands. They still had trouble processing super fast footage or really fast ISO changes internally, like most Chinese cameras. But the footage was freaking great. How Jeff got his printer working again? Oh hell! Can't stop me now.
Yeah, now that he's got his printer working, awesome. I'm gonna have to cut it short pretty soon, man. And my camera's glitching out again on me. So,
all right,
we gotta figure out.
but it was a big week, big FPV weekend this week, man. We had freaking FPV Fest going on out in North Carolina. Yep. It was a big one. Optimized drone and Gank multi-rotors. I saw they had one of the big orange Gank multi-rotors flags in the barn. So if you freaking dove through the barn, you got a nice Gank multi-rotors flag on there.
Okay.
My printers only make me money when I sell frames with prints. I don't try to make money off of them otherwise. I just don't want to take on all that extra work, to be honest. I'm trying to get to where I don't have a crazy amount of work to do daily for the company. Simply because I'm an adult and I have other things to do, but my dog takes a lot of my time. So trying to date at 50 takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. But I went from all that to like constantly busy during the week, so I know the feeling.
Yeah, so I requested the time off to go out to FPV Fest. I had Thursday and Friday requested off, and when I made the request, there was no classes on the schedule. Well, my boss comes back about 3 weeks later and says, "Hey, I've got to deny your vacation request." And I'm like, "Well, why?" And he said, "Because there's a class scheduled there." I'm like, "No, there's not." And he's like, "Well, yeah, there is." And he goes, "Here, let me share my screen." And he pulls up the schedule and he says, "Yeah, there's this class here." And he opens it up. And I was like, "Randy, that was added yesterday." I said, "I put my vacation request in 3 months ago." He goes, "Oh yeah, but it's we can't cancel the class for this customer. They're a very important customer." And I'm like, "No, wait a minute." I said, "You're asking us to put our vacation requests in 3 months in advance, but you're still going to freaking say we can't have them?" I said, "That's kind of bullshit." I said, if I'm giving you 3 months notice for a vacation, it's a vacation notice, not a vacation request. I'm going on vacation these days. You have 3 months to find someone to replace me or not schedule a class for that day. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
So he screwed me out of that. And he goes, "Okay." He goes, "So can I cancel the whole vacation and just schedule you for the next week too then?" And I was like, So your answer to I'm angry because I can't go on my vacation that I had planned because you scheduled a class on me, and your answer is so it's okay for me to just take the next week too? Or no, Randy, I want that fucking Monday off in case I want to fly out to North Carolina on Friday and not have to worry about being back on Monday.
Yeah.
So I said, no, you're not canceling that day. I still need that day off. And so I've got tomorrow off.
Nice.
And because our classes are 5 and 10 days, he couldn't schedule me a class for this whole week.
Just to spite him, you should probably fly out there just to fly a pack and fly back.
I thought about it, but yeah, I am negligent on my repairs right now. So I
feel you.
I've actually my OG Nemesis, for the first time since I built it in 2017, has a motor that's not spinning. So I don't know if it's the the ESC, or if it's a motor. Either way, I've got replacements. It's just a matter of getting to it.
Nice. Well, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night, man.
Yeah, me too. I've got tomorrow I'm pulling the door panels off my car.
Nice.
And replacing there's a vinyl insert where the handle part is, and it had been repaired by the previous owner, and just the heat and the humidity in Texas, apparently the glue that they used wasn't a good glue, and it started to peel and curl, and now I've got semi-sticky shit touching my arm when I drive, and it's annoying as fuck.
Fun.
So I bought new vinyl to replace that. I've got to should be doing front wheel bearings tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm up for that. One of my buddies offered me to use his garage, and he's got a lift, so I might drive my car out there and do it at his house this week instead. That'll be a hell of a lot easier to do it on a lift than it will be crawling for my freaking crippled ass to be crawling around on the ground out in the driveway.
Right. Well, enjoy that, man. And honestly, take some time to just sit, because
I just got done with the design marathon trying to get these fucking orders out. I had all the mods to make on the Mutiny HD V2. I made a Mutiny V2, which I didn't plan on making before, but all the mods that I did to the Mutiny HD V2, I carried over to the Mutiny V2. And that was almost a full redesign because, like I said, I had to add 10 mils to the front and 10 mils to the back to be able to move the standoff screws off of the arm lock screws. I actually designed an aluminum plate to replace this arm plate on the bottom here.
Nice.
I've got an aluminum plate that takes the place of this and locks the arms in. It fits into the slotted slot on the arm, and then it braces the arms back here so they don't fly backwards, so they don't slide backwards. So that'll help lock in the arm wiggle on that as well.
Nice.
And then I've got the next racer is going to have an arm locking plate like that as well. I was hoping to get the racer done because this is the order before spring and this is the start of race season. But I was to the point where every edit that I made was holding up the order on everything else, and I've got 0 freaking Mutinies or Mutiny V2s in stock. Yeah. So, and then I'm running short. I think I'm down to like 8 Nemesis Micros. Y'all, you crazy motherfuckers, bought 60 Nemesis Micros off me in the past 6 months.
I love it. Only 52 of them are in my possession.
Well, actually, I've given away probably 5 or 6. But regardless, there's almost 60 that I've gone through in less than 6 months. So y'all are fucking awesome. I hope you love that.
Within my eye line right here, right now, I can count 4.
It's. I've got 2 in my eye line. Okay.
I got 2 in my hand right now.
But well, no, I mean that's an addition, Dan, because that was you got yours from the first set of the V2s.
Yeah,
the second set was the ones that I ordered here in November.
I
I had sold overall. When I had ordered that last set, I had sold over 100 of the Mutiny, or sorry, the Nemesis Micros
Yeah.
overall. So I think I'm up to. I'd have to look, but I'd say I'm pretty sure we broke 200 as far as the Nemesis Micro sales. So
Nice.
guys, we've only got 300 more Nemesis Micros for me to sell to get in Velocidrone. So buy a flippin' Nemesis
Yep.
Micro and get that goddamn quad in there.
All right,
I'm freaking. I seriously, I do want to get one of my quads into freaking Velocidrone every once, eventually.
I think we can get it done. We know enough people.
Well, I think so too, and it's just in Ashley's defense, there's a lot of work that goes into putting a high definition render of a quad into a video game.
Yeah, I know.
And he is taking care of the ones that produce the most sales, so that's why he's got if you haven't sold at least 500 frames, it's not, or unless he gets a ton of requests. If he gets a ton of requests, also.
Awesome. Well,
but let's see.
We gotta shut it down. I gotta go to bed, man. So.
Yeah, I do want to say thank you to Jeff PV for freaking representing Gank out there at the at the freaking FPV Fest, dude.
And love Robert Petrofly Romero as well for representing a Team OD.
Yeah, congrats to Robert for winning the FPV for the freestyle contest at FPV Fest. That's
damn right.
Awesome.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
All right, guys, talk to you later. Peace out.
See you next week.